Thank you for joining the Syndicate Network and your host, Skywalker the Jedi. Skywalker the Jedi.
What's going on? What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Skywalker the Jedi back at y'all again. Y'all could be anywhere else in the world right now, but you hear me rocking out, and I appreciate that. Oh yeah, we on that same energy from last night. We on that same energy from last night, dog. We on that same energy from last night, man. Just so y'all know what's going on. Shouts out to the Batman. He said, sounds like a possible firing for me, which I'm 100% down for. Bruh, I tried to tell him. I tried to tell y'all. All of a sudden, these dominoes start falling. You know, because the groundwork has to be laid, right? I mean, there has to be like an origin of the thing, you know? And it has to play out. Man, shout out to the Batman. Shout out to DC Talk 82. What's going on, bro? We got SPR Dave in the building. What's going on, SPR Dave? We got Mysterious Stranger, right? We got Harrison. What's going on, Harry? Who else is in the building? We got Qatar Law. He said their feelings are hurt like Superman's feelings in the bruh. That man said his feelings is hurt, dog. I'm done, dude. He said Gunn is on thin ice. I don't believe these domestic numbers. I heard WB was buying tickets. I've been saying it. In my opinion, you know. What's going on? Shout out to the good Austin. Right? Much love all y'all. We got DC all the way. We got a whole NGTZ. Who else is in here? Man, the chat is going crazy. We got Nick Jackson in the building. What's going on in Nick Jackson? We got CY98. Alan Belka's in the building. Mama Bear Dog, thank you for being here so much, Mama Bear. Right? Thank you, thank you, thank you. We got Socrates. Right? Oh, my goodness, man. We got the Curly Ray with the $5 super chat saying, shout out to Skywalker the Jedi for bringing hope for DC. Sell is the way. Hashtag sales DSJL and sales Snyderverse Netflix. Yo, shout out to the homie, the Curly Ray. We greatly appreciate the support, bro. Much love, man. You already know we rock out and try to do as much as we can for the community. And we just hope that you guys see it and, you know, feel that love. You know what I mean?
What are they doing here?
They're selling, Mortimer.
Well, that's ridiculous. Unless that crop report...
God help us.
I told you we shouldn't have committed everything, you asshole!
I gotta get Wilson and tell him to sell.
Wilson, where are you going?
Oh, you idiot. Get back in there at once and sell.
But I didn't...
Yeah. Much love. We got Sin Havoc 5150. Much love, bro. He said sunglasses again. Yes, bro. We on that same time, bro. I wear my sunglasses at night so I can go. Bruh, don't make me sing, bruh. What's going on, Crown Loads? Much love, much love. We got Cool One Only in the chat. Much love, bro. Welcome to the party, pal. Yeah. Who else in here, man? We got a full chat in here, bro. Much love, much love. We got the homie CY98 saying with the $5 super chat, your feelings about feeling bad are okay. It's not wrong for you to feel that way. Bruh, that is one of the most ridiculous. Oh my God, bro. You know what? Should I get that as a drop? Nah, I don't even think I'll be able to do that. I'll be in stitches every time we gotta take a break. You know what I'm saying? For a drop. Much love though, bro. Let me go ahead and get a drop real quick.
You see this all the time at the level of the top producer who, between them or separately, will make flop after flop after flop after flop. I'm not going to name them, but I know who they are. And they're not all American either. And they still get paid huge sums of money for being in films that nobody wants to see. And producers make pictures out of which they take enormous sums of money. and the films, again, are not films people want to see, they're always going to blame somebody else. Always. Not their fault. No, you were the one who said, or whatever. And there's a word for that. It's called upward failure. You see it all the time.
See it all the time. You see it all the time. Much love, Nessa Noel. Much love, Kuneen. Man. Oh my God. Indian Bad Dan gets this one. He said, Gunny Poo, I'm going to have a Superman film that is going to be a hit. International market.
No, you're not. Yeah, no, you're not. No, you're not. Stop.
Much love, man. He said you got to play that Jeff Snyder clip going off on Gunn. That's hey, bro. Look, that's what. Look, listen. I am about to react to that video, bro. That's all we gonna do. Is we just gonna react to the video, right? He said, when you cool, the sun shines on you 24 hours a day. Weird science. Just wanted to hear you say it. Hey, much love to the homie. DC all the way, man. Much love, bro. Look, y'all are killing it, man. Let me go ahead and let me play you a drop real quick, man.
Real quick, I want to ask you not about the legalities or like the probabilities or anything like that, but can you just speak to the resolve of your fan base that now that we're trying to get this thing sold to a third party?
The fan base has consistently been amazing and consistently, look, regardless of what I think, the fan base has their own ideas and they seem to win.
He said, here comes the men in black. They won't let you remember. Anyway, yo, look, usually y'all know that I like reacting to stuff that I haven't seen, but there is a but today, right? Full disclosure, I have seen what we're about to watch, but just having this conversation with you guys and really breaking down this conversation, I think is super important. So much love, y'all. We got the homie Michael in the chat. What's going on, bro? We got the homie Bad Dan with the $5 super chat saying, imagine if Batman was in Fantastic Four First Steps. He would Galactus. Oh wait, he would beat Galactus, right? Galactus going, I'm gonna eat Earth. Batman, if he was in Fantastic Four First Steps.
No, you're not. Yeah, no, you're not. No, you're not. Stop.
Yeah, right. Hey, no, you're not. No. We about to get to it, yo. We about to get to it. What's going on, Socks? Right? Yeah. So this conversation was much too important to not dissect. Right? And so we're just gonna do that, We're just gonna chill. And y'all already know what we about to get to. Y'all already know. Right, y'all already know. I'm sure you guys have seen this, right? But this is why I got the sunglasses on. You know what I mean? This is why I got my sunglasses on, because I'm feeling so vindicated right now, man. because this is so interesting. So interesting. We're going to break this down, though. You know? Y'all ready? Have any of y'all seen this clip? Y'all put a 1 in the chat if you've seen it. Put a 2 if you haven't. Right? Yeah. Who is wondering what Jeff Snyder is about to say? Who is ready to hear my thoughts on what Jeff Snyder had to say? Because I didn't know that whole article came from this podcast, right? Or it came from this like little soliloquy right here, right? So I was not aware of that, but I am aware now. So we about to break this down because this is very interesting. I saw this and I was like, oh no, we got to do a stream where we break this down for sure. So if y'all don't mind, let's get started.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, we've got 400 people joining us live, Jeff. Let's get into the meat of this show today. Let's talk.
Hey, shout out to the hot mic. You know,
over the weekend, you posted on your newsletter. You didn't break it here on the hot mic. You broke it on your newsletter. That.
Wait a minute. Where are my manners? I ain't even do the opening little rigmarole. Y'all already know. Hit that like, share, and subscribe. You already know who we are and what we do. Hashtag SalesZSJL, affectionately known as ZSSM. Right. Yeah, all that, man. All that good stuff. You know, we on here almost every day, bringing y'all these great conversations with some good information and just trying to keep y'all entertained, right? So with no further ado, let's get it cracking.
You had heard from people who've read this Batman Part 2 script and that, quote, it was worth the wait. And the script is taking, quote, big swings. And you said that it had a Robin in the script. And almost immediately, James Gunn responded. By the way, that the original post on Threads has been taken down by the person. But James Gunn responded saying, guys, please stop believing this nonsense. I think 6 of us have read the script. No one knows anything about the Batman 2. Well, this is.
Hey, real quick. Ain't it funny how he be jumping out there and trying to debunk shit that gets easily debunked later? How many times has he been caught lying? Right? How many times? I mean, it's way more than I can count. What's going on, DC all the way? Saying you're gonna watch Neurotics video. That video is going to require a different conversation. So yeah, I'm reacting to somebody's video probably tomorrow. Cause yeah, that's like a little bit of a different conversation. But yeah, let me go ahead and give you this drop, bro.
Good evening. We, the unwilling, led by the unknowing, are doing the impossible for the ungrateful. We have done so much for so long with so little. We are now qualified to do anything with nothing.
Yep. And what's going on, Josh Herrera and TJ? Much love, y'all. All right, let's get back to the video.
The hot mic, Jeff. So please, what's your? I know you responded back on Twitter saying you categorically did deny, but what more do you want to say on this and what happened?
I mean, are you sure it's 6, James, or is it 7?
Wasn't it 4 who knew his plans? Now it's 6 who's read.
Could it be 8?
Remember when he was like, "Only Peter and I." Right? What was that about? What was that about when he said, only Peter and I really know what's going on? Right? he had that quote where he was like, yeah, only Peter and I are the ones that know what's really going on. And then everything that we ended up saying came true. Ain't that funny? How all this shit ends up coming true? Crazy. But I digress.
8? I mean, that's the thing. This is what I love about these people who say, "Oh, these people don't know anything." If they know it's just a guess, like,
yeah.
Listen, I know who my source is. I know my source has been right about a whole bunch of stories that have been confirmed this week.
Yeah.
Same source as half the stories I've done the last couple weeks. So
it sounds familiar, right?
I know that Marvel denied that Robert Downey Jr. was Dr. Doom.
I remember that.
I know that these people deny things that are true.
Bruh, didn't Chris Evans say that he ain't ever coming back to the MCU? Didn't Robert Downey Jr. say he was never coming back to the MCU? Right? Only Peter and I know what's going on. Oh yeah, oh no. We're gonna get to that Mikey situation later back then, because Jeff Snyder just said something crazy, man. Eerily similar, bro. But we're gonna get to that, you know?
All the time. I know that if it doesn't serve their interest, and today is Monday, James Gunn will say, this is nonsense. It's not Monday. If it's not in his interest to confirm it. I mean,
he said he would lie about it being Monday, dog. How many times do you have to get caught lying before somebody will say that you'll lie about it being Monday? Ah, that's nasty word.
Unfortunately, James Gunn has proven himself to be about as trustworthy as Lance Armstrong in my book. I don't
Lance, bro, I think it's very telling. No matter who, I mean, what you think about these people that he's going to be framing this guy with, it's just very interesting to me that these are the people that he's being grouped with now. Right? Lance Armstrong to start off. He said this guy's about as trustworthy as Lance Armstrong. Is that a good look? Right? Crazy, man. Said it's a Temu version of Solomon Grundy, bro. I'm dead. Let's get back to it.
A word out of his mouth.
Yeah.
I don't care either way. I mean, first of all, how many people were like, oh, it's probably not Robin. It's probably Dick Grayson, or, you know, who it could just be a technicality that he's denying. I felt like the denial part of it was just like, don't believe any nonsense about like the general.
Bruh, every time that something came out about that movie and he tried to debunk it, it was always some semantical bullshit. Like 90% of the tweet will be dead on, and it'll be like one little odd thing that's not true. And then he'd be like, what do you mean? We didn't shoot that on a Wednesday. He was like, bro, right? But we're not the only people that see. Yo, I think the veil has been lifted. The jig is up. You know, that's the theme of this stream. The jig is up. The Emperor has no clothes. DC all the way with the $2 super chat saying, tell me those lies, those sweet little lies. Right? Much love, bro.
Hear that, Mr. Anderson? That is the sound of inevitability.
Crazy. But let's get back to it.
Impressions that my source had heard about the script.
Yeah.
I don't think if they'd read it themselves.
Yeah.
I think if they know people who have read it. I think there are assistants who have read it and assistants talk and things of this nature.
Yeah.
And that is one of the things I was told unequivocally. Robin's in the script. For all
Yo, take it from me. As somebody who literally understood the process in which the GOAT of all goats, Mikey Sutton, was getting his information. Once I even understood that, it made absolute sense. And Jeff Snyder is going to go into the way that these things work and the fact that James Gunn trying to say that, hey, he knows for a fact who has seen the script and who hasn't is kind of ridiculous. It's kind of ridiculous. Right? Because people do talk and they get information, bro. Just like Mikey used to get information. And when I was made aware of who the plugs were, I was like, oh shit, everything makes sense. It all makes sense. So, do with that what you will, but nah, he's absolutely right.
Matt Reeves and James Gunn are still fighting about what's in the script.
Right.
I mean,
wait,
if
let's
James
back
Gunn
that
are
up.
still fighting. Robin's in the script. That is one of the things I was told unequivocally. Robin's in the script. For all I know, Matt Reeves and James Gunn are still fighting about what's in the script.
Right.
They may or may not still be fighting about what's in the script. So confirm, #Sky was right again. Yo, how is it that they swear on everything that we don't know what's going on, but it just so happens that we right all the damn time? Bruh, I'm about to be rocking sunglasses until y'all make me take these off by proving us wrong, bro. This is real talk. This is real talk. I've just been monitoring this situation from the outside looking in, and it's clear they're not getting along. It's clear as day. If you know how to read through corporate speak, it's pretty obvious. Just like I showed y'all. Hey, they got, this guy, Josh Horowitz over there asking Matt Reeves in public about how he gonna feel getting his Batman snatched and getting pressed about it. Right? He took his clay face. You think Matt Reeves was happy about that? Right? He said they could still be fighting. I told y'all. I said, look, man, it's pretty obvious that Matt Reeves is done with this script. And every time he says he's done, James Gunn makes him say something. I'm like, hey, this is public information. Matt Reeves has come out several times and said, hey, I'm done with the script. He has alluded to this script being done multiple times. And each time after he would allude to the script being done, James Gunn would follow that up with a statement saying it's not done. What do you think? We're dumb? They think we're stupid. You have to be yo. Who can't see what's going on? Stevie Wonder could see what's going on. DC all the way with the $5 super chat saying no one understand filmmaking, yet we all had the internet. Bro, it's crazy, bro. Crazy, bro. Let me go ahead and give you a drop, though. You know what I mean?
I like Zach a lot as a guy, and he was an incredibly thorough. He did all his own storyboards and stuff, which I think influenced me when I went on to my movies and do the same thing. And I saw how incredibly prepared he was. I thought it was great.
Yeah. He said, bro, you chatting. Hey, they chat. They chat. They chatting. They chatting. Right? Oh, you like to chat shit, yeah? Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. Crazy. But let's get back to it, man. This is wild, man. He said they probably still fighting over what's in the script. Sky's confirmed again.
One of the things I was told unequivocally, Robin's in the script. For all I know, Matt Reeves.
Hey, what's going on, Apex Lux? Bruh, if you got time, feel free to pull up, bro. For sure.
And James Gunn are still fighting about what's in the script.
Right.
Still fighting.
I mean, if this was Matt Reeves.
You ever heard that song, Still DRE? He said, bruh. Oh my God. James Gunn tried to change that shit, bro, to Still DCU. And that shit is just not hitting the same, bro. It's just not hitting the same.
His thing.
Right.
I mean, if this was Matt Reeves' thing, I want to do Robin and do Robin right, because literally, not Robin Wright, the actress, but do Robin, justice, because he's never been done justice on the big screen before.
Yeah, agreed.
Right. And James Gunn is like, oh, well, I was kind of planning on using, Robin in my Batman movie or whatever. Like, who knows if these two are going at each other?
Right.
I mean,
bro, you know what's crazy? Why does this dude want to use everybody that, it's just all of a sudden, you see, that's the problem. They don't want nobody, you know what? And it's so funny. They swear up and down that Zach was like fucking, just being so controlling and never allowing anybody else to get a word in edgewise or anything of that sort. They swear, right? But the person that really don't want no other conflicting shit going on right now is this guy. He's the one. He is the one. Right? This dude is over here just, I was going to use Clayface, and I was going to use, man, shut up. It's a multiverse, guy. But imagine this guy, because that's one of the things at Comic-Con that came out. Oh, there's 99 other universes confirmed in the DCU. Well, he said I got 99 universes and Matt Reeves ain't in one of them, dog. This is real talk. This is crazy. Everything Matt Reeves want to do, you say, I'm about to do that, And especially if you're gonna be having what is it? Why am I blanking on his name? Damian Wayne, Robin. Why the hell can't he have another Robin, bro? That's crazy. He's the insecure one, dog. Man, I almost said something crazy just now, bro. Man, look, y'all lucky I got Kuth. What's going on, W Necron? Much love, bro. This is wild, man. Let's get back to it though.
The whole it's hunky dory. We all sing Kumbaya. You can believe that if you want. I do not.
Yeah.
But yeah, to me, we haven't seen Robin since what, the Chris O'Donnell days? Like, what the fuck are they waiting for? When I was a kid, someone was Batman and someone was Robin.
Right.
Right. When you were playing with your friends, one of you had to be one and one of you had to be the other. And it's crazy that we've gone this long with all these Batman movies and barely ever seen Robin, certainly never gone to good Robin. Yeah. So I think it makes sense for it to be in the script. I think Matt Reeves set up things in the Batman that would potentially introduce Robin.
If that's the case, then it's that kid from the beginning of the movie. That's who it is, 100%. If Matt Reeves has already set up a Robin, like I think he did, it's gonna be that kid from the beginning of the movie, 100%, 100%. Harrison said that Zack Snyder's chilling and waiting for, bruh. Ain't nobody been worried about this movie, bro. W. Necron says Court of Owls would have been awesome or would have worked in the Reeves verse. Yeah, I actually thought that they were going there, and then they kind of didn't. Right? Yeah, bro. 99 other universes, but they scared to sell Snyderverse to Netflix and let Reeves do his sequel. 100%. Because who's the odd man out, bro? Exactly. Scared of being outshined and outgrossed. Right? He said, why do you think you got that atrocious? Bruh, I like that game, dog. Y'all bugging. And what's funny, too, is Leon played it. And, hey, you know what? I'm going to just let Leon tell y'all how he felt about that game. You know what I mean? I ain't even going to say nothing. Right? I ain't even going to say nothing. But, you'll see, though. Anyway, let's get back to it.
It passed my smell test, and I don't give a fuck what James Gunn says anymore. This guy is the most annoying studio head I've ever heard of or met or seen or anything. I don't think it's winning him any fans. I don't think it's winning him fans on the Warner Brothers lot, where I know people find him and his antics to be annoying.
Really?
Woo! Yo. Okay. Time to get down to brass tacks here. Did this man... Hold up. I'm about to replay what he just said. Right? I'm about to replay that. Let me go back.
It passed my smell test, and I don't give a fuck what James Gunn says anymore. This guy is the most annoying studio head I've ever heard of or met or seen or anything. I don't think it's winning him any fans. I don't think it's winning him fans on the Warner Brothers lot, where I know people find him and his antics to be annoying.
Really?
Woo-wee. He said, bruh, I know people that know people. Yeah, no. He said he literally knows people on the lot, bruh, that know. What have we been saying this whole time? Bruh, we've been laying out the groundwork. There's no way that the shareholders, Zaslav, anybody, bro, there's nobody that is in their right mind that is involved with this situation on a business level, on a financial level, on a commercial level, like however you want to slice it. There's nobody that is attached to this thing that is feeling good about the position that this movie is in. They literally gaslit the fans to think that it was going to be in theaters longer, right? just because they didn't want the early VOD date to leak, right? So they're telling everybody it's the 26th and it really ends up being the 15th, right? There's all these signs that there's chaos, dismay, fear, uncertainty, and doubt over at Warner Brothers right now. Y'all know what I said I heard, right? Because I heard homie getting out of there. And then, because look, this thing goes on for quite some time. And my question is going to be, are we having these types of conversations about this guy publicly right now because this is something that is happening organically? Or is it also happening because now the last set of people that he could have possibly tried to please, which was the people that was working with him at WBD and the shareholders and all that stuff, they're probably done. They're probably done. So it is what it is. It is what it is. You know? We just gonna be over here minding our business, covering this stuff from a distance, and rocking out and doing what we do. But oh boy, am I gonna have the marshmallows out? I'm about to pull the marshmallows out. And I'm gonna give me a nice little stick. You know what I'm saying? Load up a couple of them bad boys on there and just slowly rotate to a light crisp. It's gonna be perfectly like, you know, that little burn and char. The ooey goodness. You know what I mean? Crazy. But let's get back to it.
Bro, your movie is probably going to get to $600 million.
Right.
Take that.
Maybe, probably.
W, if we want to call it. And shut up. Okay? Shut up. Go focus on reading scripts and making movies and TV shows, because it seems like you get paid a lot of money to spend a lot of time on Blue Sky and Threads.
Yeah.
Yo, I actually heard that James Gunn gets paid to be on Threads. Can anybody confirm that? Can anybody confirm? He said, man, just trying to eat off the Snyder bro. Hey, we gonna see. Hey, I've already seen this. I know how this movie ends. You know what I mean? I know how this ends. And I don't think that's the case at all. I don't think that is the case at all. But let's get back to it, though. Right?
Just don't, like, you don't need to weigh in on every little thing unless you feel like you need to. I feel like you maybe didn't get the message of your own movie in that case.
Yeah.
Right? It's so much as, ignore the negativity. Bro, I'm just repeating what I hear at a dinner. Okay?
Right.
From someone who's in a pretty good position in the industry. That person's garbage, fine. But for you to go on and say, oh, this is nonsense, and basically, ruin my reputation, use your platform to ruin my reputation, just like Searchlight did this week, which is total bullshit.
Oh, what happened there?
Wait. Y'all know that we got to get to this. Hold on. Let me back this up. What did this man say?
You don't need Thread. You get paid a lot of money to spend a lot of time on Blue Sky and Threads.
Yeah.
Just don't you don't need to weigh in on every little thing unless you feel like you need to. I feel like you maybe didn't get the message of your own movie in that case.
Yeah.
Right? It's so much as, ignore the negativity. Bro, I'm just repeating what I hear at a dinner. Okay? Right. From someone who's in a pretty good position in the industry. That person's garbage, fine. But for you to go on and say, oh, this is nonsense, and basically, ruin my reputation, use your platform to ruin my reputation, just like Searchlight did this week, which is
to use your platform to ruin someone's reputation. Does that sound familiar to anybody? Does that sound familiar to anybody? Anybody want to take a guess? Right. Hold up. Let me pull this up. Oh, yeah. See? Very familiar, right? Yeah. Very familiar. Because he did it to Geekosity when Mikey Sutton was there. Same thing. Did the same thing. Right? And what's funny is if you just, type in, oh, wait, no. Here we go. All right, hold on. Yep. Watch this, right? Let me put this down and bring this up, right? Hold up. Yeah, sounds very familiar, right? Watch this, right? So, watch this. Here go an article from Geek Vibes Nation. DC's Defender. James Gunn shuts down the Henry Cavill rumors, right? And they're talking about all this stuff, blah, 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 right? And boom, right there. Geekosity is usually regarded as a nerd entertainment blog of trust. So when Mikey Sutton shares an unfounded rumor, not many readers have a problem and take his word at face value. Well, except for James Gunn. Right? Yeah, right? He did the same shit, bro. Did the exact same thing. Destroyed the reputation of this website and got debunked later. Got debunked later. Right? So when I was watching this video and I heard Jeff Snyder say, oh yeah, like this guy used this platform to try to ruin my reputation, I was like, damn. Very interesting. Sounds familiar. Right? Sounds very, very familiar. But let's get back to it though, because we got to roll the tape.
Total bullshit.
Oh, what happened there?
On the Taylor Swift story, it's just like these people don't care. They're out to protect their asset, just like Doomsday. Right? That is what they care about. They don't care about telling millions of people Jeff Snyder is a liar or don't believe Jeff Snyder, or people fucking community notes on Twitter. What does the fucking community know? I work in the news business. The whole point is that you don't know. It's news.
Oh my God. Crazy, bro. Crazy. All this stuff is super super similar, super familiar, right? Look, I just go to Comic-Con. All of a sudden, I'm getting tagged in posts with the FBI. Wow, right? Right? And yes, we knew every detail of what happened afterwards. Yep. 100%. So, when he said this exact thing, it just rang true to me because I'm like, yo, this seems like it's pretty on brand. Right?
People fucking community notes on Twitter. What does the fucking community know? I work in the news business. The whole point is that you don't know. It's news. So how is the fucking community going to note me to death? What the fuck do you know? It's fucking insane out there. And the way that, just like the way that.
Right? He sound like me because it's like, yo, what's wild is knowing this stuff for like years. Bro, look at how much stuff that people try to fucking tell me that I was going to be wrong about is that I got directly from Mikey Sutton that all ended up coming true. And they've been saying that we didn't know what we were talking about the whole time. It's been years. It's been years. They've been that they've been saying this shit. Years. Yo, y'all know what you're talking about. Y'all know what you're talking about, right? Y'all ain't right, you know, and all this shit came through, all of it. And came true, rather. Shout out to all y'all for beating the 50 likes. Let me go ahead and give y'all this drop. You know what I mean?
You still owe the Great One 50,000 more worlds. He will hear your plea when you pay your debt.
Yeah. Says Mikey knew so much shit and no one has a clue except for a few how much shit the Mikey knew. Oh yeah. Nah, it was crazy, bro. So trust me, I get it. Knowing all this stuff years in advance and everybody trying to tell you that you wrong just because it goes against what the studio wants out at that time, I get it.
You know, I'm not some fucking nobody, bro.
Right. No, I know this, and this is what I try to tell people all the time because a lot of people who watch a show or who comment on,
hey, talk your shit, Jeff. Right? Say we ain't nobodies around here, dog. Right? They were trying to play me like, oh yeah, you know, Sky just said it, you know, it's cool. You know what I mean? Hey, how many times, bro? How many times? Play with me if you want. Don't play with me. Go play with your kids. Anyway.
On social media, who literally have almost no contacts. They don't go and have lunches and meetings and drinks and dinners in town with people who are executives, producers, creatives, assistants. That's the thing. I've known Jeff a long time, and Jeff is really good at like sometimes finding these executives on the come up and establishes a strong relationship with them. And then eventually you've got this back and forth and conversations. Assistants are in on everything. Here's how it works.
See how old boy was talking about, he sounded like he just grifting for the Snyder Bros. Does this sound like anything? I mean, this has nothing to do with Zack Snyder. This man is talking about James Gunn, bro, and Matt Reeves, dog. Ain't nobody mentioning Snyder, dog. Not right now. Crazy.
With an assistant. I was an assistant for 6 months as a temp. You roll calls. When you roll calls, you are on the calls with the director, with the writer, with the producer, with the studio head, and you are making notes. And you think all those 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, or sorry, 20 to 30-year-olds are not like talking about it at a bar with a bunch of friends, the shit they heard? You're out of your fucking mind, okay? No, they're all, they're signing NDAs, but then they're always like, just keep this under your hat, keep this under your hat. And
bro, how y'all think Mikey knew everything he like knew, yo? Years in advance. years. He said, "Who said something about grifting for Snyder Bros?" Somebody said that's what Jeff was doing. I was like, I don't think that's what he's doing at all, bro. And I was like, just hold on, you know. Yes, time remains undefeated. Yeah, bro. They've been capping this whole time, bro. They've been capping this whole time. But we here now. And the chickens are coming home to roost.
And they tell what's going on. So it's nonsense to think only 6 people have read this script.
Whole,
It really
like, he sounds like Trump. He just sounds like,
I mean,
tells him something. He's like, wrong.
People got mad when I said that, but there are Trumpian aspects to what he's doing.
Trumpian. Dude, I wish I could show you the image that I created.
Okay, so first it was Lance Armstrong. Now they saying he's like Trump. Bruh, I've been saying, put to the side however you feel about these people personally. The fact that they are making these connections is very, very interesting to me. I don't think this happens by happenstance. That's not what I believe at all.
The newsletter on Friday that Jamie made me delete. He's the only, Jamie is the only person who got a copy of that newsletter because I sent it to him and he read it and he was like, "Listen, you can't
put this.
You can't
if Jamie's saying you can't put it, you really can't put it."
And you know what? He God bless Jamie. He does prevent me from making those kinds of mistakes. But I was fucking pissed on Friday.
I know.
Obviously, even I let it go on Friday night, John. Right?
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I'm gonna just fucking drop it and take the high road and keep my mouth shut and be the bigger man. And then on Saturday morning, I woke up and I saw that Variety and Deadline had picked up the story because that's what they do on the weekend.
You knew they would, yeah.
No, they didn't have to though.
Well,
Right? They do it on the weekends when news is slow and they pick up, kind of frivolous stories that will drive traffic.
Oh, so they pick up stories on the weekend, frivolous stuff to drive traffic. So that's what that's what websites and all that stuff be doing. Interesting. I wonder what other article came out on the weekend. I wonder if a Comic-Con article came out on the weekend. Crazy, right? DC all the way with the $5 super chat saying government UFOs don't exist. He said they're called UAPs, right? Yeah, bro. Let them know, dog. You got to know about the lingo. You know what I mean? Because they be getting so caught up in the semantics, dog. Can't lose sight.
Yep.
Syndicate Network.
Yeah. Said clicks equal advertising money. Yep. All right, but let's go ahead and get back to it.
Yeah.
And I was like, so Jay Penske thinks that he's going to make money off my embarrassment, or if I'm completely wrong, we'll call it.
You talking about the owner of Variety?
Jay Penske thinks he's going to make money off that? No. I'm going to make money off Jay Penske's embarrassment.
Yeah.
And then I posted his mug shots for the world to see. Because and got hit by a bus tomorrow, or got hit by a Penske truck, those pictures die with me because nobody else has them.
Right.
And now the whole fucking internet has them. I hope it's worth it, billionaire, for that quick traffic, because we had to rub it in Jeff's face that James Gunn issued a complete non-denial denial. All he had to say is Robin's not in the script. Instead, it's don't believe not this guy's nonsense or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, it was
right. Just like the Geekosity thing, right? hold on, let me find I'm trying to find the actual tweet, right? Because he's like, yeah, nah, he came out and really it don't even have the actual tweet in here. Oh wait, here it is. I just gotta post it in the thing. Okay, here we go. Nope, they ain't even a tweet. But nah, it was the same thing. It was the absolute same thing. A pattern emerges. He said, "What Geekosity thing?" James Gunn, like I just put it on screen. James Gunn went at Geekosity and lied on Geekosity when Mikey Sutton was in charge, and even got busted out as being a liar later. But it was, the damage had already been done, right? Said a pattern of lies and deception. Crazy, right?
On Twitter and say to my face, bro, you're fucking hiding behind Blue Sky and Threads and all these bullshit B-list fucking platforms. Come on Twitter and be a big man.
Well, but what it is that it's about playing to the crowd, and that's what he's doing, right? The fans who don't know any better,
to the crowd.
A lot of the fans who don't know any better,
fans that don't know better,
with him because James Gunn has done their Superman, and they're worshiping him.
Don't know any better.
And in a way, it is like that, right? It is a very Trumpian MAGA type. No, I'm not saying people are MAGA. I'm not saying them. I'm just saying the devotion that they have, cult leader to cult member, whatever it may be.
Look, they call this man Lance Armstrong, Donald Trump, and a cult leader. Is anybody seeing a pattern here? Is anybody seeing a pattern here? Hey, shouts out to the dog. We got Apex Lux stopping by, bro. What's going on, dude?
Yo, man. How's everybody feeling in the chat? How you feeling, bro?
Hey, I'm chilling, bro. Go ahead and cook for a little bit, and I'll be right back.
For sure. So, I just wanted to touch on briefly.
I'm still listening, by the way, too, y'all.
For sure. The Mikey Sutton angle. Before I do that, though, let me touch in with the chat briefly. Y'all on fire this evening. Let me see what we got. I think I'm all caught up because I was in the chat myself keeping up. But yo, just to touch on the Mikey Sutton thing, man. To me, that was one of the biggest highlights. Shout out to Josh Herrera. Pulling up. What's good, Nessa? What up, Harrison? What up, Mama Bear? And the rest of the chat. But yeah, so the Mikey Sutton angle was real interesting to me because what to do, Dave? Because it pretty much highlighted everything that we've been saying. What's good, Bad Dan? There are other people that got hit up by Gunn for a while. I don't know if y'all remember, there were all these articles that were being written about how Gunn was, perpetually online, and he kept sniping people and debunking people and basically not doing his job, right? Every time he was online, it was like he had to say something about whatever rumor was out, whatever detail was out. It was kind of freaking stupid. Some of it was like, yo, what up, Curly Ray? Shout out to you. Some of it was like, yo, just let people speculate. Let people be fans and just talk shit. If it ends up being wrong, it's wrong. Like, why are you online talking shit and debunking people who are just speculating? What a do, cool one. And the reason I say that is because it wasn't just, you know what I'm saying, bloggers and people who do scoops. He was literally going at like so-called fan accounts. It was kind of dumb. Some of those people were able to recover. Like the fan accounts, they're not making any money off this stuff. But people like Den of Nerds, they got hit. And exactly. Oh yeah, you know it's funny because I remember on Sky's channel, Sky was joking about that, and then when I would jump on with Sky, we would all joke about that, like how all the dope shit was getting cooked. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Sky for highlighting that. Was good, Nick Jackson. That's funny. But nah, like people like Den of Nerds, who, you know, they end up being twerkers and weirdos later. And they had a little problem with Mikey Sutton that people forgot, but I never forgot. But besides all that, they were one of the people that got hit up by James Gunn and called liars or whatever the case may be. And then dude from Den of Nerds circled back like, hey, yo, nah, I'm not a liar. You dig what I'm saying? And he debunked Gunn. Gunn never circled back to apologize, right? Den of Nerds took that hit and was able to recover. Not everybody did. Geekosity took a major hit because of that shit. Gunn never circled back to apologize. Everything Gunn said was a lie in that article, and that had Mikey Sutton's name attached to it, was the freaking truth. And now here, Jeff Schneider, to hear him discuss this in the way that he is, as pissed off as he sounds like all of us behind the scenes that were pissed right along with Mikey. So, you know, when people sit here and say, you know, what's your problem with Gunn? That's one of my fucking problems. That's one of all of our problems. You know what I'm saying? It's not personal in the sense that, like, we know the motherfucker. But that's one of the problems. Like, in this dude's wake, he has left chaos. You know what I mean? Scott says Geekosity was the first to get debunked to that level. Absolutely. Yep. He went out of his way to basically say he's a liar and wrote a bunch of little paragraphs. It was quite crazy. Scott saying what's worse is that he was only reporting on someone else's story. Exactly, bro. And so the website that Sky was reading from, I always remembered this. It felt like it was like everybody's opportunity to try to get Mikey Sutton off the board. Because if you look at this game for what it is, it's a game. Think of it as chess. They moved the piece over, it was checkmate. They knocked Mikey off the board. They had to take him off because he was getting everything right. And it's funny how it was said earlier, time always wins. It's undefeated. He still has scoops that are right now coming to fruition. They had to take Mikey out. It's a damn shame. But it's cool. We are all a part of his legacy. All of you in the chat. Everybody within the sound of my voice. You're all a part of Mikey Sutton's legacy. The scribes will always.
Hey, you wanna know what's even crazier, bro? Is they even did the same thing when how I highlighted how they was always kind of hesitant to call me the leader or say that I started the hashtags. And then all of a sudden, when it was time to do Comic-Con articles,
when it's time to tag the feds,
now all of a sudden, he really did start out with a great idea and it was all cool, but now he's just lost his marbles. Right? Same shit, bro. Same shit.
What's interesting is what went down behind the scenes on your end that I'm not going to detail at all, but they know what's up. Everybody had a ceasefire. Even Gunn came out and debunked that shit and was like, no, I didn't get run up on. I don't know what you guys are talking about. And everybody had to retract their little statements. It's funny. See, that's the thing. You people think you're dealing with little people and small fry just because our names aren't on the big screen. Not everybody who got some shit going on in their lives of importance or important people to a group of people are famous. You guys need to get this narcissistic bullshit out of your head. This new era that I like to call the era of me, the era of narcissism, the main character syndrome era, as I like to call it. All those things. Y'all need to get out of your head. You're not the main damn character. We're all just people trying to exist in this world and make it the best way we can and enjoy it at the same time. If you fucking cross us, shit gets ugly. You know? That's just the facts of life. It's not a threat, it's just real life.
Crazy. Right? But let's get back to it, man.
Facts.
Maybe like it's that kind of thing. And so playing to the crowd is a standard tactic to do. Like,
my bad.
Like
Real
we've
quick.
seen over the last few years.
You have a super chat. I didn't want to touch it till you got back.
Oh, I did see that. Hold up. Yep, right
DC
here.
all the way.
DC all the way says part of the fandom is nerding out. Exactly. But if that was a very interesting time. And it's true. Every single thing that sounded dope got debunked instantly. Every single thing that sounded dope.
I'm glad you reminded us of that because we used to have fun talking shit about that. We're like, damn, all the cool shit he's saying ain't happening.
Yep. Every time any cool shit popped up, he was like, nope, not happening. And I'm like, what the fuck is this, bro? Like,
it's like, well, what the fuck is happening then?
Exactly. What are we getting?
Because if it ain't none of this shit, then what the fuck?
And let me play this drop, bro. Somebody should check in and see what this guy thinks too.
Just watched the new Superman trailer. Here with Sean Fennessy and Chris Ryan on Bill Simmons. Why? Why does this movie exist? Why?
You're not excited. You won't see it in theaters.
There's no way. No way. 0% chance.
Did you ever watch any of the Guardians movies?
I saw a couple of them.
Yep. Crazy. But let's get back to it. And thank you for highlighting that super chat, Leon.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Screw the critics. The fans speak the truth. The fans know what's up. The fans will tell you, it's all of that stuff. And you create division on purpose. And it's the same thing happening here. The last thing James wants is all his entire script to be leaked and all the story elements to be leaked. Remember,
wait, which is what happened to his last movie, right?
Yep.
I mean, didn't the entire movie leak out, Leon?
Absolutely did. And it's funny.
The entire movie.
He tried to debunk that.
He did try to debunk
quite literally every detail.
Every single detail was all
even
true.
the dumbass details about monkeys in another universe making hashtags.
Yep. Oh,
that
yeah.
literally that shit sounds fake.
Oh yeah.
When you look at that, when everybody was like, "Oh, it's probably fake," I was one of the first people to say, "I would not be surprised if this is all fucking real."
Yeah.
All of everything I'm reading is right up his alley,
and it all came true.
And everybody with a brain agreed.
It all came true.
Said it first. Right? All of us in unison. This is definitely his script.
This is, bruh. This looks like his handiwork, bro. Like, right. I mean, I didn't see anything outside of his wheelhouse.
Some chat GPT ass shit.
Right. But let's get back to it, bro.
100% my intention, by the way.
Yeah, right.
Oh, wait, hold up.
Is all his entire script to be leaked and all the story elements to be leaked.
Which is 100% my intention, by the way.
Yeah, right.
People, as 6 becomes 12, becomes 24, becomes 48.
Right.
Guess
right.
what? More people I know are going to have read that fucking script, and I'm going to fucking leak every goddamn fucking thing I hear about it because he's an asshole. Okay? Wow. Matt Reeves doesn't behave like this. Matt Reeves, I'm totally cool with. No beef with Matt Reeves at all. James Gunn. You want to fucking dance, bro? What can you do to me? You can't do fucking anything to me, whereas I can rip your fucking universe apart. So watch yourself, my friend.
Strong words from a strong man. You remember that, right? Yeah.
Word.
Oh my God. Crazy, bro.
I don't know if the chat really understands the magnitude of what just happened just then. Let me ask a few questions real quick.
Go ahead, bro.
Has this ever happened to Christopher Nolan?
No.
Would this ever happen to Christopher Nolan?
Absolutely not.
Hell, I'll just get this one out of the way early. Zack Snyder.
Nope.
Does anybody think this would ever happen to him?
Nope.
I would even give a maybe, possibly, but no.
Nah.
I'm gonna lean on no.
I'm gonna lean on no, bro.
Yeah. Denis Villeneuve.
You want to know why? Because nobody acts like this guy, bro.
Oh, you're
ahead
the
difference.
of me. You're ahead of me.
I'm sorry, bro.
But yeah. What about Denis Villeneuve? What about him? What about James Cameron? What about
James Cameron being cussed you out so fast, bro?
James Cameron actually put hands on you. He has wherever he goes, because I have homies that are literally working on Avatar with him right now. Wherever he goes, he has a set with him where he has to go punch a bag to get his frustrations out, like when he gets upset. So yeah, at this point, he got to have some hands. But anyway, what about Robert Rodriguez? What about Quentin Tarantino?
Oh my God, bro.
Circling back to Zack Snyder, there ain't no fucking way this will happen.
Wait.
Yeah,
I'll be right back again, bro.
For sure.
My bad.
No, you good. Yeah, this wouldn't happen to Zach. And it's what Sky said. He got ahead of me, which is that Zach is, for all the shit that Zach's gone through, reputationally, Zack Snyder is beloved and respected. And those that have any sort of disdain towards him are people who probably just don't like the fact that he's beloved and he has a great reputation. If you think about it, everybody outside of the weirdos on the internet and Warner Brothers really rock with Zach, like 100%. And the people who kind of are anti him in a sense of they come out and put out weird news about him, well, they clearly have strings. But even those people, like a Jeff Schneider, who, I keep saying Schneider, but it's Snyder, who has also, he's gone out of his way to talk a little shit about Zach's films, right? He's not without his blemishes. But even he wouldn't come out against Zach like this, because Zach has, like Necron just said, a stellar reputation. This is what happens. You can hate their movies all you like. You can say, man, I prefer this style, whatever. It's about respect, right? Like, I don't like Taika Waititi's filmography. But at the same time, like, I'm not gonna go out of my way to be like, yo, fuck Taika Waititi. Whatever. It's not that serious. He makes movies I don't like. Pretty sure Jeff Snyder feels the same way, whether he likes Taika Waititi's movies or not. The fact that he did this shit, the fact that he said this, speaks volumes about the potential. I'm just saying the potential state of where Gunn sits at Warner Brothers right now. This man, Jeff Snyder, has been on Gunn's head since day -1. It's just increased almost weekly with how much he's on Gunn's head. It's kind of remarkable. It's remarkable. If I had the ability to do so, Necron, I would. Oh, you're talking to the chat probably. Wait, what? Somebody said something? Oh, yeah, you got to hit that replay, bro. Yeah, hey, and for those that aren't familiar with the Syndicate Network in the chat, listen, I love the chat. You guys are like professional assholes. Man. But yeah, hit that replay because like we're literally in real time going over this, you know. Sky says the closer we get, or excuse me, the closer we got to the movie coming out, the more he went in on Gunn. Yes. The closer we get to it. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like the weekly this man was on his head. But not only that, couple what Sky just said with what I'm saying in terms of reputation. If the film was, it could be whatever. If Gunn had the reputation of like a Jordan Peele, where he's just a dude who makes his movies, he loves horror, he loves whatever, and love his movies or hate his movies, which I'm just saying that for the sake of the conversation. I'm pretty sure a lot of people love his movies, right? But love his movies or hate his movies, they're not coming at Jordan Peele like this. You know what I mean? Like, I honestly, I don't think I've ever seen or heard a director get mauled the way I just heard that from anybody that has any sort of a reputation in Hollywood the way Jeff Snyder does.
Mauled, bro.
Bad day. Bad Dan sound tired, boy. He said, "I just want to be excited for a DC fan. Netflix buy the Snyderverse, finish it. Then I want whoever buys DC to do a 100% reboot, not carryovers, no half continuities with previous movies." Amen to that, brother.
Yep. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. You fucking, hey man, it's certain episodes that are canon and some aren't on the same show. But look, let's go ahead and let's.
Before you press play, bro. Isn't this not the most confusing universe you've ever seen?
Ever, bro. Ever. Remember when everything was going to be connected? Oh, what a time that was.
Crazy.
Right? Yeah, let's go ahead and get back to this. Harley, what the hell is he? Hold on, man.
Well, I like this other comment underneath. It said, "It's kind of strange that you contradicted Daniel RPK about Ultraman being a villain in the Superman movie, and in the end, he was in the Superman movie." You know, and the thing is, you can backtrack and you can change, you can adjust. No one's look. I know a lot of people came after James Gunn, and a little bit me too, as well. As like, I've got all these plans for Phase 1, and then how many of those films are we going to see? What, 2? Maybe 3?
That was all lies. A whole fucking press conference, a whole day of a fucking pony show that became a fucking jerk off show.
Pause real
It was
quick.
all nonsense.
Right.
I just wanted to point this out as a behavioralist in me, quote unquote. John Roca is doing that thing that he does where he rides the fence a bit, and Snyder's like, fuck that. That's all I wanted to say.
Well, for sure, bro. Hold on. I'm going to let this rock for a little bit.
It's nonsense, James Gunn.
And that's okay. Like, it's okay to adjust and pivot, and you don't things what's available, what's not available. It's totally fair, right? But I think when you start to say things like nobody else knows anything, it's nonsense. As if somehow this is the only property ever in the history of Hollywood that has been on lockdown like this. You're insane. All of this stuff gets talked about. All of this stuff. There is no magic lockbox that the script goes in and no one knows about. Because if there's one thing about Hollywood, everyone, well, not everyone, but a lot of people got loose lips, and a lot of people in power got loose lips, and a lot of and if people don't like you, they're gonna have loose lips. Like if you have a bad reputation in Hollywood as an executive, as a creative, there's gonna be loose lips. Even the Weinstein stuff, it wasn't like he started, assaulting women all of a sudden, and people were just like, "Wait, what?" No, there have been whispers, there have been talks. People had known about it for years, and so. Those things happen in Hollywood. If people don't like you, they will absolutely out your shit because they don't care and they don't. So what you say to me, the Warner Brothers, if I put 2 and 2 together, if he's not liked on the lot, then there are people who have access to the script on the lot who might be leaking stuff or talking to people, and then the information is getting out there. So
real quick, Leon, can you kind of touch on what I was describing earlier, how the people that he is being linked to, because that's just another name, right? They've brought up Lance Armstrong, Donald Trump, cult leaders, and now Harvey Weinstein, right? Can you kind of touch on that for a second, and then I'll be back.
Yeah, I mean, look, Jeff Snyder again and John Roca, they're not nobodies. Again, these are two dudes who have had their criticisms about the Snyderverse. They've twerked hard as shit in certain parts, in certain time frames. John Roca, way more than Snyder, has twerked for the studios. And Roca's kind of still doing it, even with what he's saying now. I think Nessa kind of pointed something out here. She said, I think Roca does that purposely. He's the voice of reason, where Snyder is the opposite. LOL. Makes for a good show. Okay. You know what? Sure. That is definitely one aspect. I think the other aspect is he does not want to completely lose whatever access that he has on the studio level, whatever studios they are, right? But no, you're right. It's the good cop, bad cop sort of thing. Me and Sky do that shit all the time. Not even on purpose, to be honest. Sometimes, but yeah. Anyway, point that I'm making is these two gentlemen that have their tendrils deep into the information side of Hollywood. These guys are in the scoop realm. Snyder far more than Roca. Roca's more of a reporting of the news type of guy, and he'll hear certain things and he has certain connections. But Snyder's definitely has his, Jeff Snyder has his tendrils deep inside of the information scoop side of Hollywood. And he has dinners, lunches, breakfasts with everybody on his level. I'll just say that. He's already said in the stream, right? A guy like that would be best to play ball. It would be best for him to play ball, right? You don't want to piss off the co-CEO or co-head, co-head, I should say, of DC Studios, right? You wouldn't want to do that. Why is he doing this? My guess would be he has heard something solid in his opinion and his experience and with his contacts that would lead him to believe, and this is just me being the guy that I am when it comes to behaviors, when it comes to stats, when it comes to how the past works to the present, works to the future. You've seen me predict several damn things on this channel and mine and in the Syndicate Network. You've seen those things, those predictions come true. So what I'm saying is Snyder knows something. He is viewing Gunn as somebody who probably got one foot out the door. This is signaling to me that the floodgates are opening, the lock has been picked, and the door has come ajar. That James Gunn, if he don't get his act together, and if he don't get a damn W, like a for real W, that does not need to be glazed and massaged and psyoped and lies into making people think that it's a W. If he doesn't get a legitimate W, it's a wrap for this guy. And I think Jeff Snyder knows that, which is why they keep labeling him and comparing him to dictators and politicians and people who, you know, have notorious reputations at best, right?
Yep.
That's my thought process on it.
Yeah, bro. Nah, it's crazy because I'm just listening and it's like I'm hearing what I'm hearing, you know?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
And however you feel about these people, the fact that that's who he's putting this guy's name with, bro, it can't be good, you know?
And it's like Scott said, no matter what you feel about some of these names that they've said, we know that on their side of the fence, they are Hollywood. They are the, you know, cross your legs in meetings. They are the, oh my God, he's such a sweetheart. They are the, they're among the culture of that soft Hollywood. I'm not saying they're soft. I'm saying Hollywood is that fake ass soft, that fake grace shit. They are among that culture. And the fake grace Hollywood culture has certain names that are persona non grata, do not touch. And this man is comparing Gunn to said names. That
crazy.
You get what I'm saying? Did everybody understand what I'm saying? Like
persona non grata.
Right.
Crazy. But hey, let's get back to it.
It doesn't have to be someone who's read the script. And you're right, James. I don't know anything. I never said I've read the script and I'm seeing it with my own
Peter
eyes.
and
I don't know. Okay, I'm hearing. And I'm hearing it from someone who's reputable, someone credible, someone as a reporter who I've just deemed credible. Why? Because they have dozens, if not hundreds of stories that have been confirmed. So, I mean, even if I didn't have that source, saying Robin is in a Batman movie should be a 50-50 toss-up thing.
Hey, bro. Hey,
I was gonna say be right back, but that's funny as shit. I'm glad I caught that part. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I actually really thought that was funny because that's a great point. He said, bro, I'm not saying, anything crazy. I'm not saying that fucking Spider-Man is going to be in a Batman movie. He's like, bro, it's Robin. Like, what are we talking about? He's like, bro, it's fucking Robin. Somebody who literally has been paired with the character at the hip, legit, for God knows how long. You know what I'm saying? It was like 40, 50, 60 years, something that Robin's been by his side. And he acting like this is, you see, but this is what James Gunn does, though. He takes these situations where, yeah, nah, man. Get back to it.
Okay, you could just guess that correctly. Like, this shouldn't be like this is a fucking crazy thing to suggest.
There's an angle you brought up that is fascinating too. Like, if Matt Reeves and James Gunn are still negotiating about whether Robin's going to appear in Batman Part 2 or not, or going to be in his universe, you kind of blew that up by mentioning that Robin is in the Matt Reeves script. So now if Robin doesn't show up or Robin does show up and James Gunn, there'll be questions about it. Overall, how this all went down, and if stuff gets leaked in some way, you'll find out.
Wait, so he's saying James Gunn can't do his shit in silence no more. Oh, is that what he's saying? James Gunn can't run that play that, hey, I didn't fire him. I just never hired him. You know what I mean? Crazy.
Is about the Robin stuff. So yeah,
it's high time that we get a good Robin on the screen. I don't know if James Gunn has,
which I actually agree with that. If Matt Reeves, because look, Matt Reeves, what I think he needs to do more than anything else, and Matt, if you watching this stream, like I know you or somebody from your team is, because I know y'all be watching. You know what I mean? Shout out to y'all, but you need to differentiate yourself more from the Dark Knight. I know you were trying to. I don't feel like you did enough of that in the first one, but adding Robin in and doing Robin, legit, right? Instead of Chris O'Donnell, because, bro, it's really just Batman and Robin, man. That movie was just so bad, bro. It's just, but look, I ain't about to relive that. Yeah, he needs to continue to differentiate himself and his films more from the Dark Knight films, man. Because all that, we trying to out Nolan. You can't do that, bro. Can't do that. Can't do that at all.
Some big master plan for Robin. I don't know what it is. I know he plays a big role in Brave and the Bold, but isn't that the Damian Wayne version?
Yes, it's not the Dick Grayson version.
These are things I've learned after being yelled at all weekend. Damian Wayne version. Why can't this be the Dick Grayson version?
The original, the OG. Yeah.
I just, James Gunn, man, not a fan right now, buddy. Not a fan.
Mm.
I'm telling you, it makes no sense to have me as an enemy. It makes it just why would you do that?
I think we should put.
Hey, this dude just going around, just making enemies. You know what I mean? And that's we've been saying that he keep collecting these enemies from the different fandoms, like Infinity Stones. He just going around to all the different fandoms, pissing everybody off. He pissed off the Snyder fans. That was the Power Ring, right? He pissed off the Matt Reeves fans, right? What fucking ring was that? That was like the ether.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't give it like the mind or the soul or nothing.
Nah, bro. Right? Nah, bro.
What's interesting is that all he has is the very few James Gunn fans that actually exist and bots. You know what I mean? Like we see now with what's happening with this movie, we see the reality. Like they're very quiet.
Oh yeah.
Like my mentions have been very quiet. It's been nothing but
a little too quiet.
Facts.
It's Raph.
Raph, a little too Raph.
A little too Raph.
That's funny.
Not quite ripe yet.
But you get what I'm saying, bro? It's like, it's funny to me. Like, man, he doesn't really have anybody really. And I think the power that he thinks he has stems from what we unearth about his connections.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because, bruh, he's sitting there looking like I got a golden ticket. Hey, right, bro. He acting like one of them kids that was going around Wonka's factory that needed to learn a lesson, bro.
And we saw what happened to all of them.
Right? Yeah. One of them got rolled up in a chocolate machine, dog. Another one turned green. You know what I'm saying? And needed to be, juiced. That shit. Shout out to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, man. The OG one with Gene Wilder.
Yeah, that one. The new one with Charlemagne, I thought it was fire.
Really?
I saw that with some clients. I was like, why are we watching this?
I saw him in a trailer for a movie, Marty Supreme. I'm really getting. Never mind.
Nah, I feel you, bro. I was the same thing you were thinking. I was like, bro, you're lucky you guys are this age, and I literally have to work with you guys as my clients. Because if not, no. I sat there. I was like, I'll probably just take a little nap. No one will notice. I was wide awake. That movie was dope. But anyway, so that's a side note. Oh, and to answer your question earlier about Suicide Squad, the game. Now I'll save that for last.
Oh,
let's continue.
All right, cool. All right, let's go ahead.
The call out to James Gunn to come on the hot mic for an interview. Like, yeah, let's.
I don't think Jeff Snyder liked this part.
I think James loves the battle. I think he enjoys the back and forth, and so coming out of trauma, he's no wallflower. He's no Lily.
Bro, he's looking like.
I don't think he likes any of this type of sit on the fence or trying to protect him shit.
Yeah, man. He like, bruh. And then you're even gonna notice because how he like turns back up afterwards, and he even starts going in again right after this man just offered an olive branch. He like, nah, fuck that olive branch, dog. Nah. Hey, I feel it. Stand on it, bro. You know what I mean? Stand on
100%. You can't be, first of all, you can't be talking as much shit as Jeff Snyder has done through this stream and then turn around and be like, yeah, let's talk on a stream.
Yeah, let's bring him on, bro. We way past, bro. He just threatened this man to like expose his script, every single thing he knew about it, bro.
Damn near his career.
He said he gonna make it his personal deed to blow the entire script up and blow up his entire universe. And John Roker, hey, look, if they've had a lot of W moments throughout this stream. This was definitely not one of them. But
yeah, it's an L like a motherfucker.
Because you can tell that Snyder's pissed. He's like,
Battle.
nah, bro.
So come on the show.
Like,
Let's
nah,
have a back
bro.
and forth. Let's hear what the truth
Hell
is. And then
nah.
You won't find
we
this
can
shit
all
at the
come out of that
Syndicate Network.
situation with a little bit of more of understanding of what's going on, and possibly.
You think I'm trying to have a conversation, dog?
No,
Like,
or
what?
even beyond
What is
that,
it?
like
What?
me just cutting you off mid sentence and then giving caveats and shit. Yeah, right.
It's like, bro, what is a conversation gonna do, bro? They just gonna lie, dog. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
He lied about Black Adam recently, which we'll talk about at some point tomorrow.
Yeah, oh yeah, but we're gonna get into that later, bro, because there's all type of lies going around, man.
Even some more respect about the positions everyone was coming from in this kind of stuff. Because I agree, it was kind of a passive aggressive take a shot at you.
Coach Snyder
try to
looking
kind of
like,
denigrate your
nah,
credibility by saying a thing that is
Again, I know you guys think maybe I'm some big scooper or something. I have 55,000 followers on Twitter and less than 1,000 paid subscribers. Like, this is a guy with how many millions of people on his platform? Okay.
Hey, tell me about it, Jeff. Tell me about it, Jeff. Right? I just got 3,000 YouTube subs, bro, and 1,000. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Crazy,
bro. But we almost at the end.
Hey, you want to punch down, buddy? Bring it on. I'll punch up every day, all day long on your every movie at DC. Like, it doesn't make sense. Same thing with Nikki Fink, with Harry Knowles. Go back through the start of time. Bring these people into the fold. You don't want to make an enemy of these people.
Yeah, and scoopers have been around. I've said this. Scoopers have been around since the 1930s, y'all. With Hedda Hopper and all the people, like their scoopers have been around forever.
I'm going to be doing this, John, longer than James Gunn is going to be running DC. I'll tell you that right now.
Probably. One last thing. I know we've talked to James Gunn a lot, but I want to talk about his last thing he tweeted out. He said, or put on Threads, people online keep saying the Superman needs to make $650 million to break even and be a success. Is that true, or would you say it's already a success? Huge fan of the movie, by the way. And then James responded, absolutely false. Anyone saying that doesn't have an understanding of the film business. And we would be idiots to make a first in a franchise film that would need to make that much to be profitable. Jeff, I find this to be a fascinating.
So James Gunn inadvertently calling
I agree. I
himself
don't think
an
it needs
idiot.
to make
right.
He just called himself an idiot.
Hey, bro, this guy needs to shut up, dog.
He don't get it, bro.
Bro, but is he getting paid to be on Threads? I keep hearing that.
Well, I think Jeff was saying that in like a sarcastic way, like if your boss catches you tweeting while you're supposed to be doing the job, it's like,
no, I've heard that though.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying because I've heard similar, and it would make sense because they damn sure were trying to use every bit of social media to promote this fucking movie.
And he was one of the first people that like publicly went over there to Threads,
on some I'm going, everybody come with me type shit.
Trying to be, he said, "What you thought you was Kobe, bro? You don't get." You don't get no farewell tour. What you thought you was Kobe, dog? Cause Zach gonna go to Vero, you gonna go with some, and the startup he picked is connected to Instagram. How fucking fitting, bro.
Yep.
You know, bro. You know what? Let's hurry up and get through this because I'm trying to hurry up and get back on Mass Effect, bro. I ain't about to.
Yeah, Commander Shepard.
Bro, I'm gearing up for that mission on 2, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But let's get through this part 2, man.
650 probably to break even, but of course the original estimate was 325 million, but that was knocked down apparently for whatever reasons.
Actually, wait, I just realized, no, this is the annoying stream. Yeah, bro. Let's get back to that, man, because I want to dissect this a little bit more, bro. I don't take it lightly that these conversations are happening. Not for one bit, bro. I do not think that this is an accident.
Nobody should.
And the fact that because look, I don't know if this is happening because it's just happening, or I don't know if it's okay for this to be happening. You get what I'm saying, Leon? Because it feels like
100%.
this is okay. You know, like it's been approved somewhere that hey.
Mm-hmm. And that was my point.
Bro.
That was my point of what I was saying earlier. I don't think this happens without someone touching your shoulder and saying, "Go for it." The protection is off, you know.
Kid gloves are off. Bro, they was bringing up his tweets in detail, right?
Yep.
Like in minute detail, like, which is crazy.
Because that topic hasn't been broached in forever. People just act like it doesn't happen. It never existed.
You know?
And they talk about it like it's...
Or they downplay it like somebody did and said they didn't think he should have been fired, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, Leon?
Yep. He sure did.
God. How crazy was that moment, bro?
Bro.
How crazy was that? Bro, this
Hindsight,
is so
right?
insane, dog. This is so insane, bro.
I remember being on that, was it a space or a stream, one of the two. I think it was a spaces. And I was just going off like, yo, no, bro, no. Oh, but we got to separate the art from the artist. What? First of all, he doesn't make art. Let's just get that out of the way. The art from the artist. A dude who knows how to do basic levels of directing. At best.
Especially
Come on, man.
That footage that we just saw.
Bro, that was hilarious, bro. When I found out you didn't watch and you were questioning, I was like, no. You have to.
What was hilarious too in hindsight, because I watched it one more time, I was actually able to get through it. And like, bro, the look on his face when David first walked up to him and how his head just dropped, he was so frustrated, bro. I'm sure he was under so much pressure, bro.
Yeah, man.
Right, Leon? He just wanted people to know that his feelings were hurt.
That junk was, bro.
I mean, you gotta let Lex know, that your feelings are hurt, bro. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing, man?
It sounded personal.
It did, bro.
It sounded like he was talking about his own life.
My feelings. My feelings. Bruh. Look, we are about to start wrapping up, though, man. I want y'all to start putting your last questions and comments down at the bottom. Because, the rest of that is about something else. I was just trying to cover the aspect of this guy's job security, bro. I don't think it's as ironclad as people think it is, dude.
I don't think so either. And I think it's safe to speculate on it. Certain things are just kind of like, you guys are Snyder bros, you're reaching. This ain't one of them, bro. Like, no.
Feelings, bro. Feelings. And look, feelings are feelings, and it's okay if you feel that way.
Feelings are feelings. Sometimes you have to let them know. Yo, this is how you know he doesn't really understand Superman. Like, Superman isn't trying to imitate a god at all, but at the same time, he is very aware of his position.
Absolutely.
In the galaxy. Not just Earth, but in the motherfucking galaxy. Like, he's very well aware of that.
Shit's bigger than He's bigger than Nino Brown, bro.
Facts. It's bigger than his own feelings, which is why he doesn't snap everybody's neck, vaporize everybody, and rule everybody. Because if it was about his feelings, guess what? Shit could get ugly. Think about this. I think about this cape shit on deep levels. Okay. I can't help it. So in life, as people, as regular people, when we feel something, if we keep going down that rabbit hole of feelings, it could get ugly. It turns into what? Depression.
Yep.
It turns into what? Violence. It
Because
turns
you can almost justify anything with your feelings, bro.
Brother. Yes. 1,000. So imagine if you're Superman with super senses and you went down a rabbit hole of how you feel.
Just in any given moment.
And you
Crazy,
could
bro.
justify it. It could get fucking devastating, which explains Batman versus Superman.
Exactly.
Doesn't it?
Yep.
Batman was like, I know how the fuck I can get. How are you holding it up? And Superman, at some point, probably is going to have to sit Bruce down and say, this is how I was held up. I understand your situation. You lost that ability because you lost your parents. I still have had mine, right? And I was raised to control everything. And I was given options and choices on how to do so with love, care, and also just straight up facts and discipline. Because sometimes telling little Johnny, oh, it's okay, is not the fucking answer. Sometimes saying it's not okay, but who gives a fuck is the answer. Get up, little Johnny, or in this case, get up, Clark. You're fine. Like, you're literally fine. These people can't hurt you. Your feelings are hurt because they called you out of your name. Who gives a shit?
Bro, it's Superman, bro. He
You're
still
okay.
has emotions, dog.
Yeah. And
Right.
you're going to be okay, Clark. Like, suck it up. You have bigger things you got bigger things to worry about. Do you understand who you are, bro? Those are the kinds of conversations that were being had to Clark, which is why I know for a fact Gunn doesn't understand Superman. Every time every time he turns around, he's yelling. Even in behind the scenes, that dumb cracking of the voice, yelling shit he was doing. So when I turn around and I say, I was like, yo, he's still doing that? He did that behind the scenes too? That little screech?
Yep.
To rehearse? These people don't understand, bro. Like, man, when you bring life to these characters, it no longer becomes a cartoon. It should be a philosophical mirror at life, turned up to its nth degree, just like every other myth. We don't look at the Iliad this way. We're not going to look at the Odyssey this way, right? We respect those things, right? So yeah, this man was probably, in my little diatribe here, he was probably looking at it from his own perspective and his own life. And even though Gunn's in a position where he doesn't have to be this way, but for some reason he crosses his legs.
He said, why, Mr. Gunn? Why do you persist? He said, because I choose to. Well, he said, dude, that psychobabble was unreal. Nah, it was hilarious, bro.
Yeah, man.
And then, and then an audio man says, any source on the Snyderverse being put on Netflix? Yep, it's saying read the tea leaves, bro. That's what is being said right now. Says Gunn did say he saw himself in Superman. I guess someone hurt his feelings. He did.
He said that and Lex. Yeah,
he did say that, right?
He saw himself in both.
Right. It's okay to feel how you feel because how I feel, so it's okay. Feelings are feelings, and it's okay to feel them. Right. Mom Bear says, I wonder who he based Lex off of, bro. He said Lex. He just wanted him to know. He just wanted him to know that his feelings was hurt. I can't believe he said that, bro. Bro, that is one of the worst.
You know, the disappointment of Superman towards Lex has nothing to do with feelings. I've already said this, but I'm gonna tell you what it is. Superman is disappointed with Lex because Lex could change the world for the better, and he chooses not to because he's jealous of Superman. That's what Superman's disappointed Lex about. It got shit to do with feelings. He's like, bro, you could be like Batman. You could help change the world, but you're doing this shit. This is insane.
Bro, when he was asking for that apology, bro, and then like they had the little, oh my God, he actually was telling the truth. They had all the people sitting there whispering, we should have believed him. He was the good guy all along. I was like, bro, this guy is look, man.
Trash writing.
Trash, bro. But look, man, I'm about to get on out of here, bro. We about to shut this down, dog. I can't keep doing this, bro. I can't, dog. We about to get some members minutes, and we'll be right back.
Check. They say all I care about is views. They say all I care about is views. They say all I care about is views. But what about you? What about you? Came a long way from no subs back when y'all was showing me no love, no front. I just had to take a look back, cause sometimes y'all forgot I shook that. I know they would attack cause of own issues. To be honest, I got sick and tired of feeling misused. That's why I've always played a drop for every super chat to show appreciation. Now you're fucking doing that.
Yeah. Much love, peeps. Yeah, dig. We got the homie the Batman saying Sky absolutely cooked in this stream. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's a super flop. We got the homie DC Talk saying, I know this was awesome. Dope stream. The homie the good Austin saying replay crew number 4. I think another one like the dude is Sky Khaled. another one, right? We got Harry Plinkett saying replay crew. Oh wait, no, that wasn't a member. That's just an emoji. See, I've been hoodwinked. The Bishop saying replay crew, right? Oh, I actually love this. That this dude said that I was fake laughing in that stream last night, bro. Hilarious, bro. Oh my god.
Hell no.
People is hilarious, bro. These people's comments be so funny. DC all the way with the $2 super chat saying, if I'm a sponsor, give it the Rebel Moon theory. I'll look at the end of the chat. Yeah, I think you are. Yep. And all right, so cool. I'll make sure that it goes the Rebel Moon theory. You dig? Shouts out to the dog. Let me go ahead and give you this drop, man. Hold on, let me find one.
The movie is ridiculous. First of all, forget the political innuendos, and they're about as subtle as a jackhammer. I don't care about that. I'm not getting into that. What I'm getting into is, as for someone who's a old-time TV show Superman guy, this movie was pure torture to sit through. This was 2 hours of this new Superman. It was he wasn't Christopher Reeves, but he was okay Superman, getting the crap beat out of him. Who wants to see Superman get beat up for 2 hours? He's getting beat up by everybody. Plus, you have other superheroes in the movie. I didn't go there to see some guy named Mr. Terrific or some lady named Hawk something or other. I don't even know who she was. Okay, these other superheroes who he calls on. Who needs other superheroes? This is a Superman movie. You want to see Superman flirt with Lois Lane, keep his disguise, and battle crime. That's what you want to see. And good triumph over evil. That's Superman.
Oh my God, bro. Hilarious, man.
Hey, speaking of Lois flirting with Superman, y'all see Rachel Brosnahan behind the scenes stealing kisses?
Hey, that's another stream, because you saw that comment that her husband liked, right? Hey, bro.
And then people call him insecure.
This movie, bro, this movie is breaking the fucking matrix.
It's crazy, bro.
This shit is crazy. It's getting this shit about to break up a happy home, dog. This shit is crazy.
Shorty already did that little ad where she did that little leg cross. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then people in the comments talking about, they're threatening her husband, Gunn's fans, threatening her husband, saying that he's insecure and he's cooked or whatever. I'm like, yo, what?
Crazy.
Have you lost your fucking mind?
Crazy.
If the roles were reversed,
crazy,
and he did that to her,
crazy,
and he's married, and his wife, yo, are you kidding me?
And he like stole a kiss from like an actress that he was working with.
What?
Crazy.
They were just talking shit about Henry Cavill because apparently he was dating a 19-year-old at some point. Like, who gives a fuck? I'm not saying whether it's right or wrong, but it's legal. Y'all stop paying attention to what motherfuckers do legally.
Wait a minute, what, bro? Oh, she was 19, dog. Oh my God, bro.
Y'all motherfuckers paying attention to what motherfuckers do
I
legally.
literally saw this post where it was like, where somebody posted about something. It was like, oh my God, but can you post when Henry Cavill was dating this teenager? And I was like, what is this guy talking about? And then you said,
bro, meanwhile,
bro, your favorite
is hosting pedo parties with his two friends that are convicted pedos.
Crazy.
But you're worried about Cavill dating someone legally. Newsflash: once you get past the age of 18, you can enlist in the military. They can send your ass out there to die. In some countries, you can drink alcohol, and you're legally responsible for children. The fuck?
Crazy.
But okay. 19. Yo, let me not say what I was about to say next. All I'm gonna say is don't worry about what the fuck people be doing. How about that? On a legal level, on an legal level. Don't worry about it. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, I had to stop myself from saying something earlier because I'm like, bro, like you seem to be into like some weird stuff for you even to be trying to have some of these comments that you be having, bro. Like,
right.
I don't know, man. It's just weird stuff, man. But look, we about to get on out of here, bro. Any final words, man? Because I'm gonna be back. I am gonna get into that Rachel Brosnahan situation, just not on this stream, because I do feel like that's just another layer of this movie, man. I'm telling you, man, something's up, bro. Look, when this shit exists for the reasons that it exists for, and it's obviously wasn't made out of like no love or nothing, bro, or passion,
love or respect for the characters.
This is some other shit.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what happens, bro. Everything's falling apart.
Hey, man, what a good way to leave the audience with the next conversation. That's great, what you just said. Dang, bro. I'm not even gonna touch on it. That was perfect.
Yeah.
Because it's true. My goodness. When you think of it from that perspective, what you just said, man, come on, bro. But remember, Zack Snyder's the bad guy because he told people to cry during a scene. You remember that?
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna bring up the phrase, but that shit was so stupid. The shit is all fake, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. Nah, I'm about to get on out of here, bro. We're gonna catch y'all soon, man. Y'all be on the lookout for the content. You dig? Y'all smash that like, share, and subscribe. All them good buttons, man. The notification bell, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see y'all soon. Peace.
Bang.